Good morning and welcome to our Satsang here in Bangalore. We'll start with the fire ceremony.
Yeah. Om Bhurbhuvah Svah Om Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat Om Bhurbhuvah Svah Om Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat Om Bhurbhuvah Svah Om Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat Om Bhurbhuvah Svah Om Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat Om Bhurbhuvah Svah Om Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat Om Bhurbhuvah Svah Om Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sagandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityormukshiyamamritat Swaha Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sagandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityormukshiyamamritat Swaha Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sagandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityormukshiyamamritat Swaha Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sagandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityormukshiyamamritat Swaha Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sagandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityormukshiyamamritat Swaha Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sagandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityormukshiyamamritat Swaha. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sagandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityormukshiyamamritat Swaha. Om Swaha. Om Swaha. Om Swaha.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Sunday Satsang this morning in honor of our great Guru, Lahiri Mahashaya. Let's pray together. Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, friend, beloved God, Lord Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Sri Yukteswar, beloved Master Paramahansa Yogananda, friend and guide Swami Kriyananda, we humbly bow at thy feet. Divine Mother, great yogis of Kriya Yoga, Lahiri Mahashaya, bless us today and bless us always in thy light, in thy love, in thy bliss. Help us to deepen our meditations so that we may feel your constant guidance, your constant presence in our lives. We yearn to know thee. Guide us, protect us, and bring us home to thee swiftly in this very lifetime. Give us freedom of soul, freedom of spirit, and make us one with thee. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Amen. Please be seated and we'll do some chanting.
I awake in thy light, I awake in thy light. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy light. I awake in thy light, I awake in thy light. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy light. I awake in thy love, I awake in thy love. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy love. I awake in thy love, I awake in thy love. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy love. I awake in thy joy, I awake in thy joy. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy joy. I awake in thy joy, I awake in thy joy. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy joy. I awake in thy light, I awake in thy light. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy light. I awake in thy light, I awake in thy light. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy light. I awake in thy love, I awake in thy love. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy love. I awake in thy love, I awake in thy love. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy love. I awake in thy joy, I awake in thy joy. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy joy. I awake in thy joy, I awake in thy joy. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy joy. I awake in thy light, I awake in thy light. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy light. I awake in thy light, I awake in thy light. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy light. I awake in thy love, I awake in thy love. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy love. I awake in thy love, I awake in thy love. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy love. I awake in thy joy, I awake in thy joy. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy joy. I awake in thy joy, I awake in thy joy. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy joy. I awake in thy light, I awake in thy light. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy light. I awake in thy light, I awake in thy light. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy light. I awake in thy love, I awake in thy love. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy love. I awake in thy love, I awake in thy love. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy love. I awake in thy joy, I awake in thy joy. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy joy. I awake in thy joy, I awake in thy joy. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy joy. I awake in thy light, I awake in thy light. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy light. I awake in thy light, I awake in thy light. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy light. I awake in thy love, I awake in thy love. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy love. I awake in thy love, I awake in thy love. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy love. I awake in thy joy, I awake in thy joy. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy joy. I awake in thy joy, I awake in thy joy. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy joy. I awake in thy light, I awake in thy light. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy light. I awake in thy light, I awake in thy light. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy light. I awake in thy love, I awake in thy love. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy love. I awake in thy love, I awake in thy love. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy love. I awake in thy joy, I awake in thy joy. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy joy. I awake in thy joy, I awake in thy joy. I am joyful, I am free, I awake in thy joy. I own nothing, I am free, in myself I am free. I own nothing, I am free, in myself I am free. In myself I am free, in myself I am free. I am free, ever free, in myself I am free. I am joyful, ever free, in myself I am free. I am blissful, ever free, in myself I am free. I own no one, I am free, in myself I am free. I own no one, I am free, in myself I am free. In myself I am free, in myself I am free. I am free, ever free, in myself I am free. I am joyful, ever free, in myself I am free. I am blissful, ever free, in myself I am free. I own nothing, I am free, in myself I am free. I own nothing, I am free, in myself I am free. In myself I am free, in myself I am free. I am free, ever free, in myself I am free. I am joyful, ever free, in myself I am free. I am blissful, ever free, in myself I am free. I own no one, I am free, in myself I am free. I own no one, I am free, in myself I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. I am free, ever free. In myself I am free. I am joyful, ever free. In myself I am free. I am blissful, ever free. In myself I am free. I own nothing, I am free. In myself I am free. I own nothing, I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. I am free, ever free. In myself I am free. I am joyful, ever free. In myself I am free. I am blissful, ever free. In myself I am free. I own no one, I am free. In myself I am free. I own no one, I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. I am free, ever free. In myself I am free. I am joyful, ever free. In myself I am free. I am blissful, ever free. In myself I am free. I own nothing, I am free. In myself I am free. I own nothing, I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. I am free, ever free. In myself I am free. I am joyful, ever free. In myself I am free. I am blissful, ever free. In myself I am free. I own no one, I am free. In myself I am free. I own no one, I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. I am free, ever free. In myself I am free. I am joyful, ever free. In myself I am free. I am blissful, ever free. In myself I am free. I own nothing, I am free. In myself I am free. I own nothing, I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. I am free, ever free. In myself I am free. I am joyful, ever free. In myself I am free. I am blissful, ever free. In myself I am free. I own no one, I am free. In myself I am free. I own no one, I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. I am free, ever free. In myself I am free. I am joyful, ever free. In myself I am free. I am blissful, ever free. In myself I am free.
Now let's meditate together. Inhale, tense the body. Vibrate every muscle. Fill your body with light. Exhale and relax. Twice more. Concentrate deeply at the point between the eyebrows. And watch the breath as it flows in and out of the nasal cavity. Feel yourself becoming calmer, and more peaceful, and more still. As you watch the breath, eyes slightly upturned. Feel your heart becoming more and more quiet, more and more still. As your breath becomes slower and slower. And focus your energy then at the point between the eyebrows. And see the light there. The light of God. The light of your own true self. Meditate for about 5 minutes. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Sunday Satsang. I wanted to begin with a reading from Whispers from Eternity, the book of poems and prayers by our great Guru, Ananda. This is called Demand to be Fed with the Cosmic Rays. I entered my temple of silence. Seated with a straight spine, I switched off the dazzling, diverting light of energy, animating my sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. I commanded my breath to cease its cleansing work in the body and make no noise. I ordered my heart to suspend its directorship over my myriad body cells, forcing them to eat the blood it sends them. I sat still and listened. Then, Mother, I heard the soft approach of thy footsteps. Thou didst come, bearing an overflowing chalice of life-sustaining spiritual rays. Sustain me evermore, O Divine Mother, with thy rays of life-giving light. The heart, cells, brains, and thoughts of this body, thy body, not mine, will waste no longer with decay. Lo, they are now immortal with thy everlasting life. This morning, we are celebrating Lahiri Mahashaya's Mahasamadhi. Yesterday was a very special day. We had a wonderful second initiation, Kriya initiation. Many people came to the initiation wanting to deepen their meditation, and on this very special day, we felt a deep blessing from our Guru who gave us Kriya Yoga, the Yoga Avatar, Lahiri Mahashaya. He was very present at the ceremony and very present in the hearts of all. There are thousands, millions now of Kriyabans on this earth because of Lahiri Mahashaya's compassion, because of Babaji, because of all of our line of gurus, because of Master and Swamiji. And they bless us every minute of every day if we open up to that blessing. Every minute they are there. Master was told, Lahiri Mahashaya told his disciples not to write about him, not to write down too much. He didn't want any advertisement. He didn't want people to promote him in any way, except inwardly through the practice of their Kriya Yoga. And as their spiritual magnetism grow, then that would attract more Kriyabans. But thank goodness that Master felt intuitively guided to write down in the autobiography of a yogi the description of this great avatar, Lahiri Mahashaya. Thank goodness that Master gave us such a wonderful description of Lahiri Mahashaya's life, of his gift to us of Kriya Yoga, of what that means for our freedom, of how we can achieve those same states of consciousness that these great gurus have achieved. And because Master loves us, he wrote down the words of Lahiri Mahashaya. Yesterday also, on the anniversary of Lahiri Mahashaya's Mahasamadhi, we were very blessed to receive a gift from one of our devotees and disciples and brothers here in Bangalore of a video of the actual words, the translation. He had them written in the language that Lahiri Mahashaya used, I think it was Hindi, and then translated into English. Certain excerpts from the actual spiritual diary of Lahiri Mahashaya. It was very profound and very inspiring. We got to read firsthand about Lahiri Mahashaya's, he says, struggle to achieve that perfect state of stillness that we are all striving for. and what he went through. I'm going to read a couple of the excerpts in a few minutes, but before I read you those exact words from Lahiri Mahashaya, it's such a treasure. I want to begin by reading from the autobiography of a yogi. These passages we have read many times. They have become second nature to us, but they are very valuable and very precious on this special day of Lahiri Mahashaya's Mahasamadhi. And I just want to read my favorite passages, and I think they're yours too. This is from in the chapter Materializing the Palace. So Lahiri Mahashaya has gone to Raniket. He's received a telegram, and he's just meeting his guru. I see my telegram took effect. The yogi's remark was incomprehensible to me. I inquired his meaning. I referred to the telegram that summoned you to these isolated parts. It was I who silently suggested to the mind of your superior officer that you be transferred to Raniket. When one feels his unity with mankind, all minds become transmitting stations through which he can work at will. He added gently, Lahiri, surely this cave seems familiar to you. As I maintained a bewildered silence, the saint approached and struck me gently on the forehead. At his magnetic touch, a wondrous current swept through my brain, releasing the sweet seed memories of my previous life. I remember. My voice was half choked with joyous sobs. You are my Guru Babaji, who has belonged to me always. Scenes of the past arise vividly in my mind. Here in this cave, I spent many years of my last incarnation. As an ineffable recollections overwhelmed me, I tearfully embraced my master's feet. For more than 3 decades, I have waited for you here, waited for you to return to me. Babaji's voice rang with celestial love. You slipped away and vanished into the tumultuous waves of the life beyond death. The magic wand of your karma touched you, and you were gone. Though you lost sight of me, never did I lose sight of you. I pursued you over the luminescent astral sea where the glorious angels sail. Through gloom, storm, upheaval, and light, I followed you, like a mother bird guarding her young. As you lived out your human term of womb life and merged a baby, my eye was ever on you. When you covered your tiny form in the lotus posture under the Nadia sands of your childhood, I was invisibly present. Patiently, month after month, year after year, I have watched over you, waiting for this perfect day. Now you are with me. Lo, here is your cave, loved of yore. I have kept it ever clean and ready for you. Here is your hallowed asana blanket, where you daily sat to fill your expanding heart with God. And behold there your bowl, from which you often drank the nectar prepared by me. See how I have kept the brass cup brightly polished, that you might drink again therefrom. My own, do you understand? My Guru, what can I say? I murmured brokenly, where has one ever heard of such deathless love? I gazed long and ecstatically on my eternal treasure, my Guru in life and death. And this passage is one for all of us, for eternity, because that is the Guru's love, following each one of us into the astral world, into life again, into the astral world, into life again, into the womb, into new families, into new circumstances, into all of the experiences, lifetimes, millenniums. The Guru's love has been with us and watching over us like a mother bird. We can never forget that. And Master put it so beautifully in this autobiography of a yogi. chapter. And he wanted us to know that without the Guru, life is just dust. Life is nothing without the Guru. And he wanted us to know that though we knew him not, and though we felt the presence, though we did not feel the presence, and though our lives seemed dark and our lives were filled with shadow and delusion and suffering, the Guru was watching us, taking away that suffering when it was appropriate, giving us the challenges when we needed to learn a lesson that would free our karma and open our hearts to his love, that would free us ultimately. So through all of the incarnations, and this one, the Guru has been with us every moment. This passage in the AY is so beautiful because it just shows us that Lahiri Mahashaya, his Guru Babaji, was with him, even though he was probably freed many, 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 many incarnations ago. He's still with him. The Guru and the disciple relationship is never severed. It is always there, and it deepens more and more as the disciple opens up to the Guru's love. That's all we are trying to do in our sadhana. That's all we're trying to do with our Kriya. That's all we're trying to do with our seva and how we live our lives, is to open up to the Guru's guidance, open up to his love, open up to his ray. He's waiting for that. And so Lahiri Mahashaya, in his great love of mankind, and his great compassion for the journey that we all have to take, his great understanding of the delusion that we're all fighting within and without, the Maya that we're fighting within and without, what we're up against. Lahiri Mahashaya knew. He remembered. He remembers us. And so he wanted us to know, Master wanted us to know that he, just as Babaji was with Lahiri, is with us every moment. Master has never left our side. He is our Guru. He is our constant companion through eternity. It will never sever. It will never end. It will only grow richer, more beautiful, deeper, and more blissful, that friendship and relationship that we have with the Guru. So that someday when we are free, and the incarnation could be this incarnation, we pray for it. When we are free, the Guru is going to free us. He is there. And he and we will melt together into God, because Master said God is the Guru. And God will then come into us and we will melt into his love, and the Guru will be blissfully one with us for the rest of eternity. We can't imagine it, but we should try. Swami used to tell us that our imagination is a great spiritual tool. Imagine it. Imagine merging into Master in your next meditation. Imagine the next Kriya that you're doing. The next Kriya, you're merging into the light, you're merging into Master. And imagine the both of you merging into God. It's a beautiful visualization, one that it's more real. And when that experience comes to us, this world of what we think of as light will be dark, it will go away as if it had never happened. But the light then becomes our reality. The light of our soul, the light of God becomes our reality. We're just on the precipice. We're just on the precipice of that, because we have reached the feet of the Guru. And Master said, once in an incarnation, when you reach the feet of the Guru, and then you follow his teachings, and you practice his techniques, and you open your heart to his guidance and his love, 1 or 2 incarnations more. Isn't that a thrilling thought? 1 or 2 incarnations. This one is flying by. This one's flying by. Okay, that's one. Okay, maybe we have 1 or 2 more. We can do it. We can't do it without the Guru, but we can do it. And so that's what Master wrote this autobiography of a yogi for, so that we would know Lahiri, Babaji, Master, Sri Yukteswar, the Guru-disciple relationship, precious, precious in this lifetime, not to be taken for granted. Wake up in the morning, wake up with gratitude. Oh my God, I have a Guru. Master, you're with me. And all the Gurus have an altar in your room. So the very first thing that you see when you wake up in the morning are the faces of the Guru. Those will guide you. Their love will come through the pictures into your heart. It will remind you that yes, just like Lahiri had to be reminded of his brass, of his bowl that he drank out of and his asana blanket, the cave that he was meditating in, he had to be reminded. We too can have things in our lives that remind us that we are with the Guru, we've been with the Guru, and we are going to go into the light very, very soon. So that's a little thing you can do, is just to remind yourself. This day is not about getting up, going to work, raising the kids, making money, cooking. We have to do all those things. But this day is to be spent with the Guru, doing all those things. And we won't get caught, we won't be attached, we won't get worried about the outcomes. We'll accept what comes to us, as from the Guru's loving hand. This is why we have the Guru, so he can help us work through this karma, our daily karma. And he takes it. He minimizes the suffering, and he adjusts things so that we learn the lessons, but then we'll be free of that test. He's right there every minute, watching our thoughts. Master told Swami he knew every thought that he ever thought. He knew every single thought. And in a way, it's kind of embarrassing, but in a way, what a blessing. Because as soon as you open up to the Guru, he'll switch that thought. He'll put some light into it. He'll turn you towards the right way of thinking so that you won't accrue any more karma. That's the Guru's job. The Guru is here to free us. That's all. And he will if we let him. So that was one of my most favorite passages, just knowing the constant presence of our Guru, not only in this lifetime, but all of the ones leading up to this moment and into the future. Here's another one, another favorite. Beloved Guru, last night you demonstrated for me the link of beauty in heaven and earth. I smiled at memories of the vanished palace. Surely no simple yogi had ever received initiation into the august mysteries of spirit amidst surroundings of more impressive luxury. I sat that afternoon on my blanket, hollowed by associations of past life realizations. My divine Guru approached and passed his hand over my head. I entered the Nirvikalpa Samadhi state, remaining unbrokenly in its bliss for 7 days, crossing the successive strata of self-knowledge. I penetrated the deathless realms of reality. All delusive limitations dropped away. My soul was fully established on the eternal altar of the cosmic spirit. On the 8th day, I fell at my Guru's feet and implored him to keep me always near him in this sacred wilderness. My son Babaji said, embracing me, your role in this incarnation must be played on the outward stage. Prenatally blessed by many lives of lonely meditation, you must now mingle in the world of men. A deep purpose underlay the fact that you did not meet me this time until you were already a married man. With modest business responsibilities, you must put aside your thoughts of joining our secret band in the Himalayas. Your life lies in the crowded marts, serving as an example of the ideal yogi householder. The cries of many bewildered worldly men and women have not fallen unheard on the ears of the great ones, he went on. You have been chosen to bring spiritual solace through Kriya Yoga to numerous earnest seekers, the millions who are encumbered by family ties and heavy worldly duties will take new heart from you, a householder like themselves. You must guide them to see the highest yogic attainments are not barred to the family man. Even in the world, the yogi who faithfully discharges his responsibilities without personal motive or attachment treads the sure path of enlightenment. How remote seem my family, the office, the world, as I listen to my guru in the high Himalayan solitudes, yet adamantine truth rang in his words. I submissively agreed to leave this blessed haven of peace. Babaji instructed me in the ancient rigid rules which govern the transmission of the yogic art from guru to disciple. Bestow the Kriya key only on qualified chelas, Babaji said. He who vows to sacrifice all in the quest of the divine is fit to unravel the final mysteries of life through the science of meditation. Angelic Guru, as you have already favored mankind by resurrecting the lost Kriya art, will you not increase that benefit by relaxing the strict requirements for discipleship? I gaze beseechingly at Babaji. I pray that you permit me to communicate Kriya to all seekers, even though at first they cannot vow themselves to complete inner renunciation. The tortured men and women of the world, pursued by the threefold suffering, need special encouragement. They may never attempt the road to freedom if Kriya initiation be withheld from them. Be it so, the divine wish has been expressed through you. And with these simple words, the merciful Guru banished the rigorous safeguards that for ages had hidden Kriya from the world. Give Kriya freely to all who humbly ask for help. Repeat to each of your disciples, even a little bit of the practice of this religion will save you from dire fears and colossal sufferings. As I knelt the next morning at my Guru's feet for his farewell blessing, he sensed my deep reluctance to leave him. There is no separation for us, my beloved child. He touched my shoulder affectionately. Wherever you are, whenever you call me, I shall be with you instantly. And that is the greatest gift that we've been given in this lifetime. And I'm sure we've been given that gift many ages before, many incarnations, because this is not our first incarnation with the Guru. But Lahiri Mahashaya's compassion and his role in this world, we read about it and we may think, oh, well, but he was a master. Of course he can be a householder and a great yogi. But no, it was even a struggle for him because he assumed this drama. He assumed this role of householder, and he went about trying to prove to the world and to himself that yes, indeed, you can be a Kriya yogi, you can have deep meditations, and you can carry out your dharma in this world with joy, knowing that this is the role that has been given to us. And he wanted us to know that. He's not just some yogi in the Himalayas that is sending his blessings. Babaji's there. But his role was so unique, so unique. He walked among men. He raised his family. He had sons. He had a wife. He had a job. And we think, oh, well, that was Lahiri Mahashaya. But as we read in a spiritual diary, I was reading it very carefully last night, the video that Vijay sent us, he also said, you cannot, during the day, I'm paraphrasing, during the household, when you're performing your household duties, it's impossible to be free. That's what he said, to feel that freedom. And so this is what he said. This is from Lahiri Mahashaya's own diary. He says, To obtain freedom for prolonged sadhana is required. Now remember, he's just writing this in his diary at the end of the day. He had a spiritual diary. Freedom cannot be attained by maintaining a family existence. Thus, sadhana has to be continued throughout the night. And to execute this, sleep has to be conquered. Now I am striving for this. So Lahiri Mahashaya was striving to carry out his duties as a householder, but to stay up at night to meditate so that he could be free, so that he could experience these high states of consciousness. What an example for us. I'm sure that at the end of our day of sadhana, seva, and working, the last thing we want to do is stay up at night. But he said sleep must be conquered. And so that's how we do it. We meditate in the morning, we serve, we meditate at noon, we serve, we meditate in the evening, we serve, then we meditate at night. And we start lengthening those meditations at night. And lighting a candle, and while everybody else is sleeping and all of the duties are put to rest, you are awake in God and you are fighting sleep. Master said that sleep is one of the strongest delusions that puts us in the subconscious mind. But if we can fight that, and maybe we don't meditate all night long, but as householders and as people in this world and out in this world, we need to find quiet time where nobody is disturbing us, only God. And so you do your daily sadhana, hour and a half in the morning, half an hour at noon, hour and a half in the afternoon, or in the evening, but at night. See if you can't lengthen that nighttime meditation. Maybe it's a half an hour. Do Kriya, sit for a while. Then lengthen it. Challenge yourself. Have a goal. For 1 month, you'll meditate 45 minutes at night when everybody else is asleep. Remember what Master said? He said, the more you meditate, the more you want to meditate. The more you really feel like you're alone with God and the Guru's with you, and you've lit a candle and the altar's alive with vibrations helping you, the Gurus are there. They're waiting for us to make these decisions in our lives so that they can come in. And so if you can meditate at night, it's the hardest thing in the world to do. We just want to fall asleep, go into the subconscious, and wake up in the morning. But challenge yourself. Lahiri Mahashaya did it, and that's how he got through being a householder yogi. He did all of the things, performed all of his responsibilities, but then at night, that was his time for God. That was the time where he really connected. And so soon he was meditating all night long. Master's father, Master's memory of him was that he was a very meditative man. When his mother died and when his father's wife died, then he stayed up all night long. Master had memories of him just meditating all night long and getting up in the morning and going about your day. Not sleeping all day because you meditated all night long. That's cheating. What we want to do is strengthen that muscle of super consciousness. We want to strengthen that muscle. Maybe you energize before you go to bed when the house is asleep. Energize with energy. Do Mahamudra and challenge yourself. I'm going to meditate for 1 hour, or I'm going to do 108 Kriyas, or I'm going to feel the presence of God, or I'm going to talk to God, or I'm going to pray for this amount of time in the night. That's our precious time as yogis. That's our cave. That's where we can go to be alone at last without any interruptions from this world. And what we'll find as we meditate at night is that in the morning we have more energy because we have been in the superconscious, that we are filling every cell with cosmic energy, with love, with bliss, with joy. We'll be more awake. It takes a while to reach that point. You don't have to meditate all night long, but stay up. And I think it would be a wonderful spiritual practice for us to just see how long we can go into the night. Because remember, for a yogi, the nighttime is daytime. For the worldly man, the daytime is night. So for yogis, the nighttime is the daytime. So we have to remember that the darkness, God is right behind the darkness. You turn the light on and the darkness is gone, right behind. Master says, when you meditate, you close your eyes, you see darkness. He said, God is right behind the darkness. Stay there. Concentrate at the point between the eyebrows. Don't get up. Offer your love into that light. Offer your love into the point between the eyebrows. Don't get up until you feel a response. It's right behind. We're just so close. We're so close to knowing who we really are. And the astral world and the causal world, we're just so close. If we would have the patience, the fortitude, the determination to sit there and ask the gurus to help you. And they will. They've been waiting for so long for us to ask that question. We ask them for husbands for our children and money and jobs and passing tests and cars and health and all of those things. But when we really are sincere about asking the guru to help us find God, he's just so happy. And he's going to give us the circumstances to which that can happen, under which that can happen. We have to be open. And the resistance will be there. As soon as you close your eyes to meditate, you'll fall asleep. Meditate with your eyes open. Look in Master's eyes. Light a candle for each guru. Stand up. Stretch. Energize. Double breathe. Do Mahamudra. Sit again. Fight this Maya. We need to have determination to fight this Maya. This is a battle. This is a battle between light and darkness, and it's within us. It's not outside of us. So just challenge yourself. And there's so much joy that comes in that, because what other goal is there? What other goal is there that is worth it? Is worth anything? Nothing. Nothing. We need to really get beyond the delusion of this world and live more in the astral world. Live more in that world where our true reality exists. You know, when Master was with Sister Gyanamata when she passed away, and he said, I saw her slip into the watchful state. And what does that mean? As she left her body, as her soul left the body, she slipped into the watchful state. That means that she was watching everything, and she had merged with God. That the physical had fallen away, and she was watching it from afar. From within her own self, she had merged into God. She had melted. Her atoms had dissolved into cosmic light. She was in the watchful state. That's what we want. She was in perfect bliss. She had no more suffering, no more Maya, no more pulls into this earth that we identify so strongly with it. It's as if it had never been, and she had merged into God. That's where we want to be. The astral world, superconsciousness is right there. It's so close. It's who we are. This world is a dream. Don't get attached. Don't worry about how it's all going to turn out. Worry about your soul merging with God. You will get that help that you need. You will get so much grace when you open up to the Guru and his guidance, because he wants this for us, because we want this for us. So Lahiri Mahashaya's life was mostly about bringing us freedom. It was totally about bringing us freedom through this practice of Kriya Yoga. But the more you practice Kriya, the more your karmic burden lightens, the more you give up those thoughts and desires and attachments that are locked in your spine, and you dissolve them into the light. Each Kriya, the lighter you become, the more free you become inside, the more joy you feel, the more identification you have to that part of yourself that has just been invisible for so long, only because we haven't paid attention to it. Our interest has been in this world. Now we're changing that, and we're putting our attention at the point between the eyebrows on God. God alone. That is what our life is about as a yogi in this world. God alone. God alone. And then when we perform our duties in this world, there will be no trace. It's like a saint riding on water. Riding on water. No trace will remain, but God's light will be there every moment of our day. We needn't worry. If we're in God, those around us will benefit from that. If we're in God, this world will benefit. But let God be the doer. He knows how to help. He needs instruments. He needs his disciples. He needs his Kriya yogis. He needs dedicated souls that say, yes, I want to be an instrument for your light in this world. Give me freedom. We should pray for freedom from all of this, once and for all. I wanted to close with one more reading from this beautiful book. This is from Swami Keshavananda, an advanced disciple. And he was talking about the passing of Lahiri Mahashaya. A few days before my guru relinquished his body, Keshavananda told me, he materialized himself before me as I sat in my hermitage at Hardwar. Come at once to Benares. With these words, Lahiri Mahashaya vanished. I entrained immediately for Benares. In my guru's home, I found my many disciples assembled. For hours that day, the master compounded on the Gita. Then he addressed us simply, I am going home. Sobs of anguish broke out, like an irresistible torrent. Be comforted, I shall rise again. After this utterance, Lahiri Mahashaya thrice turned his body around in a circle, faced the north in his lotus posture, and gloriously entered the final Mahasamadhi. Lahiri Mahashaya's beautiful body, so dear to the devotees, was cremated with solemn householder rites. The following day at 10 o'clock in the morning, while I was still in Benares, my room was suffused with a great light. Lo, before me stood the flesh and blood form of Lahiri Mahashaya. It looked exactly like his old body. My divine guru spoke to me. Keshavananda, it is I. From the disintegrated atoms of my cremated body, I have resurrected a remodeled form. My householder work in the world is done, but I do not leave the earth entirely. Henceforth, I shall spend time with Babaji in Himalayas and with Babaji in the cosmos. With a few words of blessing to me, the transcendent master vanished. Wondrous inspiration filled my heart. I was uplifted in spirit, even as were the disciples of Christ and Kabir when they gazed on their living gurus after physical death. The gurus leave their bodies in Mahasamadhi to assure us that there is no death after life. Life itself is eternal. Life itself goes on and on for eternity. And God waits until we choose him. That's all that's going to hold us back from experiencing our own salvation, our own resurrection, our own blending of our souls with God, our own emancipation, our own freedom. All that's holding us back, just think about it, is a thought. I am not free, and I choose this world. We can change that. We can say, I am free, and I choose God. I am free, I am free. That beautiful chant this morning, I am free in God. I am nothing, I am free. Nothing. We are nothing, but God is everything. And on these very powerful times of the Mahasamadhis of our great gurus, use it to deepen your meditations, to read more spiritual scripture about our gurus, read inspiring, you could just read the autobiography anywhere and pick it up. Master's Vibrations are in that book. Look for videos on the internet of Swami talking, Master talking. So many beautiful, beautiful, inspiring things on the internet to contrast the darkness that is there. Meditate every single day, practice your Kriya as you've promised to do, and try to meditate into the night. Bring the joy of your meditation into your daily life. Our families deserve it. They incarnated knowing that we were yogis. Our children incarnated, they chose us as their parents. All of this has been set up, our jobs, the money we make, the successes, the failures, all of it has been set up by a loving God so that He can help us be free from anything that's holding us to this world. At the end of our life, we become breathless. The beginning of our life, we take a breath, and then we're engaged. At the end of our life, our breath goes. The goal of our life should be to become breathless, to go deep into the spine, to feel the stillness, to feel the quietness of God. Our breath should be absolutely still. And in that stillness, there you will see the light of God. There you will feel the love of God. Absolutely still. And that is the goal of these gurus. That is the goal of our sadhana. That is the goal of this lifetime. So 1 or more 2 lifetimes, we'll all be joined together, dancing together in the light, praying for those that are coming soon, and rejoicing, just rejoicing in this wonderful play of God, in this beautiful, beautiful life that He has given us together so that we can help one another to find God. That should be our goal in all of our friendships, in all of our families, in all of our work situations. We should be instruments so that others too will have that yearning in their soul and they will choose God. We must start with ourselves. We must start with that desire that should be so strong. Nothing can make you change your mind, ever. So happy Lahiri Mahashaya's Mahasamadhi. It's just a blessing for Haridas and I to be here. We want to deeply thank each one of you that has given your lives to God. And you do help so many people. And we're so proud to be a part of Master's family, Lahiri Mahashaya's family, here in India and all over the world. So God bless you and have a wonderful day. And let's connect tonight when we're meditating, when everybody else is asleep. And send blessings to everybody that's trying to find God. God bless you.